Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's hop right into it. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I am tired. I know that this recap is late. I have two reasons. One, I was working a lot at my second job, and when I got home, I just did not have the energy to film, edit, upload, none of that. Two, I have been binging a show on HBO Max called Cold Case, which I haven't seen it in forever. And as soon as I saw it on HBO Max, I wanted to hop on it and make sure that I watch all of the episodes because I missed the show. I liked the show when it was on. And also, there's another show on there, another crime show called Without a Trace with Poppy Montgomery, I believe her name is. I can see her face. I think her name's Poppy Montgomery. But that is definitely going to be my next thing that I binge. Maybe. Virgin River is coming out in July, which I did not think it was going to come out so soon. So that is also going to be. But it's easy to back up. It's easy to binge a season. These shows have, at least Cold Case has like 8 seasons, like 20 episodes long, 45 minutes each. So that's taking a bit, but I'm gonna binge it because I missed the show and I want to add it to the list of things that I have watched from start to finish. Tangent, I have also watched The Office, obviously. Monk, yes. Law and Order Criminal Intent, yes. I feel like there's something else. I'm sure there are other shows, but I want to add it to my list. Like, I have absolutely, positively watched this from start to finish. I was really excited about going back and watching Monk again. That was really nice. And Law and Order Criminal Intent, I loved that show. Also, I loved it, but like the last season was so strange. Like they both left and then all of a sudden they both come back. Also, I hated it when they killed off their captain. Didn't like that at all. Didn't like that. I also want to rewatch, I would love to watch the original Law and Order from start to finish. It is on Peacock. However, Peacock starts at like episode 13. I want it from the beginning. I think WeTV has it. I'm not 100% sure. But that is one of the things that I want to add to my list that I have watched from start to finish. The original Law and Order. Yeah, I feel like there's another show or a couple other shows that I'm like, I have seen from start to finish, but I can't remember. I feel like movies should also be on the list. But I'm doing shows because that takes up time. Maybe I should finally watch all of Harry Potter. Never seen one Harry Potter, but I like saying that I've never seen one. I've seen like 5 minutes of one Harry Potter movie. Yeah, never seen it. Never seen Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. Nope. Well, no. I take that back. I saw the new Star Wars. I think I saw one. Yeah. I saw the first one with Daisy Ridley. And that was the only one that I saw. Never seen any other Star Wars. I'm notorious for that. Like, hopping in randomly on stuff. You know what I should do? I should watch all the Marvel films start to finish in order. That would be a good one. Nice to see Captain America again. Sad that he left. You know, that made me tear up a little bit when at the end oh, spoiler alert, if you didn't see it, he left. But, I feel like that would be something good to watch from start to finish. Maybe I'll do that. Me, myself, and I binging Marvel. I'm so single. I need a boyfriend. I don't need a boyfriend. I want a boyfriend. Let's be clear. Anyway, wait. Let me get into this. It's 5 minutes, and I have been on my tangents. Ooh, it's another show that I have binged from start to finish, and I can't remember. Oh, that's my stomach. Why does your stomach growl when you're not hungry? Like, obviously it growls when you're hungry. But me, I am full. I just had KFC. Like, I'm satisfied and my stomach is growling. Let me... Extreme Sisters, if you didn't know, that's what I was... Tangent over. Extreme Sisters. Ooh. Okay, that's just a mark. Okay. Extreme Sisters, Season 1, Episode 7, called Can't Live Without You. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to my channel. I have recapped other episodes of Extreme Sisters, which will be in my TLC playlist. Let's hop right into it since I've been on a tangent for a while. So, Jess and Christina. So, Christina needs to tell John that she is a psychic. They came back from Oregon just feeling very connected. They said that a lot of times. They were like, I feel connected. I feel like we're back. I feel like, you know, this is how I wanted to feel. They feel connected. But yeah, Christina needs to tell John, but then she says that she wants Jess to be there. And I kind of commented on that before, where I kind of felt like this should have been just a Christina and John conversation, not a three-way conversation. And I was right. It definitely should have just been two. So yeah, Jess is glad that Christina's finally going to tell John, but she said that their relationship isn't going to be fully back to what it was until John is gone. So she's happy a little bit. There it goes again. She's happy, like 50% happy, but in order to be 100%, John needs to go. And she actually said that she had a psychic dream that Christina's going to leave John. And she said her dreams have never been wrong. So she is like, she knows the future. She just doesn't know when it's going to happen. She's like, she's going to leave you. I just don't know when. So, she finally tells John that she is a psychic. And the whole time I was like, well, what did you tell John that you did? I mean, you know, psychics have like appointments, you know, I don't want to say odd hours, but like, it's not a consistent, well, maybe some psychics are consistent, but I mean, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not a 9-to-5 job type of situation. Or maybe it can be. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not a consistent job, you know, like, you have odd hours with it because you might, you know what I'm trying to say. I literally, anyway, so I was wondering what she told John that she was doing, because obviously her bills are getting paid, whatever. She told John she was a life coach. Oh my word, stomach, stop, like right now, calm down. I think she's good. Okay. So yeah, she finally told John. John was silent for a bit, and then he was like, okay. He wasn't upset that she was a psychic. He was upset that she didn't tell him sooner that she was a psychic. He was like, why would you keep this from me? That's why he was upset. He just felt a little bit betrayed, because it's like, that's obviously a big part of her life, and she kept a big part of her life from him. So he felt a little bit betrayed, and he was upset that she felt that she couldn't tell him that. Me and my stomach gonna have a yelling match. So yeah, Jessica was like, this is why we haven't been close. She's telling this to John as well, I believe. She's telling him, like, we're really close, and her not telling you has kind of prevented us from being close. So she was kind of trying to explain to John that, like, we're really close, and now that you know all about us, he was kind of curious if Jess was psychic, and she said yes, she's psychic too. And he was like, oh, okay. But she was like, now that you know, like, my sister and I can be close again. And he had a little bit of a reaction to that, because Jess basically says, oh, now that he knows, we can go back to the way things were, and I can come over and watch football with you guys whenever I want to. And John took a little bit of issue with that. He was basically like, so what you're saying is that if I've had a long day and Christina's had a long day and we've kind of been running around with the kids, like, you're still gonna come over? And Jess was like, yes, I will still come over. And John was kind of trying, I think, to establish some sort of boundary to say, I don't mind you coming over, but coming over in those types of situations, I'm not cool with. Yeah. So after John asked that question, and I guess it took on a certain tone, Jess went off. Christina went off on John as well. Christina was basically like, don't talk to her that way. Christina's basically like, you know, you don't have to react that way. And I kind of saw what John was saying. Like, yes, you guys are close, but if we've all had a long day and we just want to relax in the house together as a couple, I don't want to have to then turn around and share you with your sister. Like, if I've had a long day, you've had a long day, we've been running around with the kids, we're all tired, can we at least say, no, you can't come over? Or can we at least say, give us a heads up before you come over, not just you barging into the house? They attacked him for saying don't set that boundary. But then my whole thing is, Jessica was setting a boundary. Jessica was setting a boundary saying, I'm invited to this house whenever I please. That is a boundary. It's not a correct boundary, but it is a boundary. So why would you be upset with him for trying to establish a boundary, saying, hey, I don't want you over here every single night, every single day? Like, remember Jessica's ex was saying that they would no, that's not it. That they would haha and kiki in the driveway in a minivan, and he hated that. A boundary should have been set saying, do not come over past, 10 o'clock at night or whatever, I don't blame John for wanting to set a boundary. So, like I said, the conversation went left, and my whole thing that I put down was Jess got her wish, another relationship bites the dust. However, we saw in a preview that it looks like Christina comes to her senses, and she's like, whoa, I did not mean what I said, I take it back. So Anna and Lucy, after their whole conversation about marriage and Ben saying it's just a piece of paper, they said they feel unattached to Ben. To be honest, the constant texting of Ben was a little bit excessive. Like, I get it, but it also didn't help that they were using the same phone and just like passing it back and forth and texting in all caps and calling the guy. It didn't help that, I'm gonna say this, I don't mean to say it, I was distracted by their hands. And I have talked about this before. I self-tan maybe once in a blue moon, okay? I'm not great at it. I like that it gives me a little bit of a tan, an even tan, I would say. When you self-tanner, you don't get like the strap lines and stuff like that, like you would get if you go out in the sun, unless you wear strapless. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you can control things to a certain degree. But the hands, I was distracted by the hands. Okay, one thing about self-tanner, you have to take it off before you do another layer. As far as I know, I'm not an expert, but I think before you put on a layer on top of a layer, you should take off the first layer, because then you're just adding layers and it's not layering correctly. Say layer 10 times fast. I think that's an issue. And I know getting off self-tanner can be difficult, but it needs to happen because you're just piling on layers. And the hands were distracting me. Anyway, I had a feeling something was going on with Ben, especially this week, but especially last week when he kind of said marriage was a piece of paper. Like, you're with someone for 10 years, you kind of know how they feel about marriage. So, yeah. I knew he was up to something. But they felt like he was, like, abandoning them, or they felt like they pushed him too hard. They kind of thought that they, I think they were thinking that he was going to, like, break up with them or something. So, the girls have, like, a closet full of clothes, and their mama, Gina, alters all of them. However, they need to go to a tailor because the way that they were coming at Mama said that because they are stressed that they'll be more anal about, like, making sure everything is the same. But yeah, they were like, oh, the bust is lower on hers and the hem is lower, the sleeve is different, and I'm just like, geez, she has to alter all of their clothes. I think they're shorter. They're like, they come off like they're pretty short, like they aren't. I'm 5'3.5", don't forget the half, maybe 5'4" on a good day. I think they might be shorter than me, so I think, you know, they might have to hem things quite often. Plus, they have to buy the same thing. So it seemed like she's hemming a lot. So I would go get a professional. Leave Mama Gina alone and go hire a professional to hem your clothing. Y'all stressing her out. Like, one had a yellow zipper, one had a cream. She had to redo the zipper because the zipper was, it's the zipper. You're not gonna, But anyway, like I said, I knew that Ben had something planned. So they hopped, Mama Gina took them out, and they went, the way that the episode ended, they went to the park where they had, like, their first date with Ben. Did anyone else see that steering wheel? Anyone else see that steering wheel? The steering wheel was picked apart. Like, the rubber on the steering wheel was picked apart, like, almost non-existent. I was just like, sis, get yourself a steering wheel cover or something. Like, how does that happen? Does somebody, like, maybe it's a nervous tick that someone is picking apart. I have never seen it that bad. It was like the whole quarter of the steering wheel is just gone because someone picked at it. I was confused. Anyway, wow, 18 minutes. So, Patrica and Patrix, they were very limited in this episode. Like, a quick little snippet. They were talking about how the date ended horribly with Hojo and kind of what the next steps are. First of all, these ladies are beautiful. Up to this point, we had seen them without makeup. Did we? I don't know. Why do I feel like this is the first time we've seen them without makeup? But they looked absolutely beautiful. Just wanted to say that. Like, not wearing makeup made their eyes pop even more, if that makes, I don't even know if that makes sense, but they look beautiful. Anyway, and then they had, like, their little buns on their heads. I try to wear buns, but if they're not, like, symmetrical, I feel like I can't pull it off. I don't know. Anyway, that version. So they were kind of talking about, like I said, how badly the date went, and Patrix isn't really feeling dating in Atlanta anymore, and because their plan fell awry, Patrica kind of feel like maybe Patrix should go to Orlando and kind of get herself settled, because she's wondering if her soulmate is actually in Orlando. So she still wants her to go, but she's like, go and then I'll follow. However, Patrix said that she doesn't believe that if she goes to Orlando, she doesn't believe that her sister's actually going to come later. So, yeah, that is obviously going to cause some tension if, like, you say, oh, yeah, go, 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 and I'll be right there. And then, like, 2 years later, and you still haven't packed up and came. But, like, I do agree with what Patrica is saying, that Patrix needs to, like, go have her own life, go find her own family. I definitely believe that that needs to happen, but you definitely need to stick to your word. And if you say that you're going to come later, like, you need to come later, you know? And next week, we kind of see Patrix saying something about moving to Texas. And I'm like, what happened to Orlando? What in the world? Onward. Brooke and Baylee. Brooke is in labor and Baylee had to shave her butthole. Listen, some people are very comfortable on camera, and this is evident of that to a T. Like, what? You are that comfortable that you are bent over in the shower? I mean, listen, a shower curtain was up, so we really don't know if she was shaving her butthole, okay? Do I think a butthole was shaved? Yes. Do I think it was on camera? Who knows? Their Mama Jill was naked in a hot tub, so it definitely could have happened. But yeah, it would. I have heard of this happening. However, no, it was during COVID, so going to get a wax may not have been an option. But still, shaving your sisters. I mean, I know some people are very comfortable with their siblings in that regard. Obviously, there's a whole show about it in terms of sisterhood, but to each their own. If that's what you're into. Well, if that's what you're comfortable with, I'll say that much. So yeah, Baylee shaved Brooke's butthole. So, listen, I know Baylee was gung-ho about being birthing partner for her sister, but thank goodness she wasn't there. She might have caused, like, this girl, she was saying, in through the nose, out through the cervix, many a times, multiple times, and I'm like, I thought you took a birthing, like, is this just for television? Because that doesn't even make sense. You're telling someone to breathe in through their nose, out through their cervix? Does she know where the cervix is? Maybe that's what it is. That might be what it is. But yeah, Brooke's first call was to Baylee, and then she called Denver after she had, like, hopped in the shower. Why wouldn't your husband be your first call? Because when she called him, he said he was an hour away. Why wouldn't he be your first call? Whatever. But Brooke had her baby. Everyone seemed safe. And then Baylee actually said that she was surprised that she didn't get a call from her sister saying, come down here and, you know, take over, switch out with Denver. She was like, she's very shocked that that didn't happen. And I'm just like, why would you be shocked? That's her husband, the father of the child. Like, you really thought your sister would be going into labor and be like, call Baylee? You're not. What? He missed the first birth. Like, you really thought he was gonna miss the second one? Come on now. I was just shocked that she would say that she was shocked that her sister didn't call her and tell her husband to get out and tell Baylee to go in. Like, girl. Last but not least, we have Briana and Brittany. So Briana was having preterm labor, so she needed to be hospitalized, and now she is on bed rest. And it is affecting their relationship. It is affecting Brittany and Briana's relationship. And also, I would incorporate the boys in there as well, because when you're used to this routine of being a foursome and now you're a threesome, it's gonna, switch things up for sure. They're used to doing everything together, going everywhere together, and then now that has to stop because one of them is on bed rest. I just wrote down the complications is bringing about fears. Something that they mentioned was that they're kind of fearful when one sister leaves to go to work and the other one has to go home. That is a new dynamic that they're not used to. They're worrying about the future. They're worrying about, their twinship, that it lasts forever. And one thing that they mentioned is actually that they have talked about the fact that if one of them was to one of them in the foursome was to unfortunately pass away, that they would just continue as a threesome. Like, there's no bringing anyone else into this. We're just gonna stay a family and stay, tight knit like that, which makes sense. But then I have to wonder, like, is that fair to that individual that lost their significant other? I guess it depends on when in life, but they agreed upon it, so I guess that, but saying something and doing something are two completely different things. Like, you say that now, but you don't know how you'll feel in the future type of situation. So I'm just curious about that dynamic. Like, how would you go on in that retrospect if you're so used to that dynamic of four? How do you get used to that dynamic of three? Especially when one person is, all by their lonesome. But yeah, she seems to be doing okay, but obviously you're worried about preterm labor, and then you're worrying about other things as well. Like, that can't be easy. So yeah, I am not sure how many episodes are in this season. I will definitely have to check it out, but like I mentioned on Seeking Sister Wife, I'm going to be recapping You, Me, and My Ex. I'm not sure about Smothered yet. I just don't want to take on too much because I might be picking up shifts at work at my second job, and I don't want to be like, oh, I'm recapping 3 shows and I don't have time for 3 shows. Like, that's not fair. So I don't know. Maybe I might combine videos and just do it that way. Try to keep my recaps like under 10 minutes for each episode, which this one is at 28 minutes and 50 seconds. So obviously that's not happening with this video, but yeah, also, like I said in the other video, I saw that they're trying to cast for I Love a Mama's Boy, so it seemed like that is going to have a second season, which I did like that show. I did recap that show back when I was scared to show my face on YouTube, and I was just doing like voiceovers and PowerPoint displays pretty much, but now I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. Okay, you all see my pretty face all the time. Yes, I'm cute. It's like, I'm an introvert, okay? Introvert. Like, if I see you in the grocery store and I know you, I am turning the other way, going the other way, Tevin. Unless you're like my best friends, I am turning and going the other way. I have done it many a times. Like, I have, this is what I do, okay? if I'm shopping with my mom is like very extroverted, like very much a people person. I am not that. But if I am at a mall or something and I'm in a store and I see someone that I know, I will go tell my mom, hey, so and so is over there, and I book it. And she will go over there and be like, hey, how are you? Peace. I was never here. That is a trick, y'all. But yeah, I am an introvert through and through. I was really introverted because I cared a lot about what people thought. I think that is slowly diminishing. And I mean very slowly diminishing, but I'm still an introvert through and through. Like, I don't think that, no, yes. I would say I don't know, maybe I'll take that test that they have, but I feel like I'm an introvert until I'm comfortable. If I'm comfortable in a situation, then I can talk, but like 90% of the time, I am very much introvert. I know they have an introverted extrovert or extroverted introvert. I know that it's like some interchangeable with one of them. I might be one of those, but I think that I know I'm an introvert. But yeah, I'm slowly starting to not take stock of what people think of me. Like, I will not do something because I have run through each and every scenario of how it's going to end or how people will perceive me, but you know, it's slowly diminishing. You know, I think it's slowly diminishing because in my head, I'm thinking, let me tell you what it is. I am a car dancer. I do not have tinted windows in my car, but I will crank up that music and I will dance in my car. I will dance in the store. I will dance at the mall. You know, if there's music, do a little shimmy. And my whole thing is because I think of it this way, there is a slim to none chance that I will ever see these people again, so why not dance if I hear a song that I like in the car, or in the store, or wherever I am? That's how I think about it. Slim to none chance that I will never see these people again. And even if they do, I will just be known as the girl that was singing or dancing in the store. So that's what helps me. Tangent again, but I'm done with the tangent. Anyway, I'm done. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hope you have a good night. It's now 1:30. Yay, I did it. Okay.